Hi, my name is Dr. Jacinta. I'm an agricultural extensionist. Welcome to my channel that takes a glance at the past, present, future, and technical issues in agriculture. Today's topic, we will look at the COVID-19's brighter effects on the agriculture sector. Well, it is difficult to imagine anything positive from COVID-19 because COVID-19 is associated with devastating socio-economic, political, and environmental outcomes. No, socially, important issues like the schools, uh, churches and mosques, funerals, weddings, and other social functions are attended by just a few people. Economically, there were loss of jobs and therefore incomes. Political campaigns, like in Kenya, where I'm presenting from, were either stopped or attended by few people. And environmentally, there was a lot of waste that contaminated the environment, either produce that did not reach the market or was not harvested or went to the market and it was not purchased. However, despite all these devastating effects of COVID-19, there are positive attributes that came out of its control measures that going forward, they should be adopted to set the new normal in agriculture and agribusiness. One of these attributes arose from restricted movement, both human and cargo. This restricted movement saw a reduction in usage of fossil fuels that are used for air travel and road travel and all that, and reduction in jams. There are very many, there is congestion of vehicles during rush hours in major towns. And this reduction of jams and movement and led to reduction of fossil fuel usage. A global energy review report of April this year indicated that there was 25% reduction in energy demand, transport energy demand, in countries that implemented total lockdown. And for countries that implemented partial lockdown, there was 18% decrease in demand of these fuels. These fuels, fossil fuels, their combustion produces carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and other gases that are called greenhouse gases. And these are the gases that cause global warming and climate change. And it's expected by the 2050, if these greenhouse gases are not curbed, the agriculture sector will be one of those who will be most affected by climate change. So going forward, unless you have a burning issue, you should reduce your movement because it will reduce the fuel usage and therefore reduction in greenhouse gases and mitigation of climate change. Another area that saw a positive attribute was the extension services. The restricted movement saw a reduction in congestion of farmers in places. Farmers and other business owners spend a lot of time in seminars, workshops, field trips, shows, trade fairs, and all that, trying to get agricultural messages. With COVID, these kind of congregations were banned, and channels like YouTube, like the one you are watching just now, came up, and others that saw passage of agricultural extension messages through the e-system. These systems are time-saving because people don't spend a lot of time traveling to the meeting places, a lot of time seated or walking around in the training facilities. It also filled a gap that is there of technical staff. There's a huge shortage of technical staff, especially in the agriculture sector. And if e-learning is adopted, like the YouTube channel, then one technical staff can be able to pass agricultural messages to as many people as possible. It is also convenient because you can watch it from your convenient place, and it also assists in revision of trainings. You find that the training most of the time does not relate to what is on the ground. You might find an agricultural staff training farmers or agribusiness owners on post-harvest management or management of produce after harvesting. And they might be doing that during the planting season when it is convenient for them, or facilities and other applications are available. And by the time the farmer harvests, he or she has already forgotten what he was taught. But if you use this kind of training, then somebody can be able to download this material and use it at the appropriate time. So this is one of the trainings. These are farmers learning about fish production. And this kind of training is good. Sometimes it is important, but it takes a lot of time and it is not convenient for the farmers and other business owners. Another area that saw a boost during the COVID-19 or during this period of COVID-19 was farmers markets. You find that wholesale farmer markets are located in the central business districts, CBDs, and they cause a lot of congestion, both human and traffic. But during the COVID period, these markets were decentralized to the rural areas or outskirts of the central business district. And this saw a reduction in the number of middlemen, because middlemen escalate the prices of products because they have to get a profit, and therefore they increase a small percentage or a big percentage. And therefore we saw an increase of incomes going to farmers' pockets. It also boosts rural economy in that there is buying and selling of materials in the rural areas, and many people are involved. There is minimal transport to the urban centers, and therefore the rural economy is enhanced. So going forward, the farmers' markets should be decentralized as much as possible to boost the rural economy. Another area that saw a boost or a positive attribute from the COVID-19 control measure of social distancing is mechanization and uptake of technologies. Because of shortage of workers in some places or at some times, you find that some farmers were able to purchase some machines or adopt some technologies. For example, you might find like a farmer who has 10 animals or had 10 animals and bought a milking machine was able to use this machine alone or by one household member. And like when you don't have these technologies, when you have to hire a number of laborers. Mechanization is an important aspect of production, agricultural production. It was proposed, or it was fronted in the Green Revolution of the 1960s that intended to oversee increased production of agricultural produce to feed the burgeoning global population. So going forward, mechanization and adoption of technologies is something good that should be adopted. Another area that was good and should be adopted was hand washing, disinfection of surfaces, sanitizing of areas, because we find that not only COVID-19 is transmitted through contact, there are other diseases like typhoid, like mastitis in animals, and these diseases, there was a reduction in these diseases simply because of this COVID-19 control measure of hand washing, disinfection, and sanitizing of surfaces. So going forward, this is an area that should be adopted. So simple hand washing tools, just a bucket and something to collect the wastewater, and somewhere a dispenser, soap dispenser or disinfectant dispenser can go a long way in control of other diseases, not only COVID. And therefore, going forward, this is a positive attribute that should be adopted, implemented, and used always. Another aspect of COVID-19 control measure that had a positive implication in the agribusiness is wearing of face masks and personal protective equipment. Farmers come into contact, or agribusiness owners come into contact with toxic agrochemicals, animal diseases, pests, and parasites. They come into contact with animal manure, animal waste, and other wastes on the farm. And the use of face masks and personal protective equipment was able to assist the farmers, or will be able to assist these farmers to be safe from these injurious substances. So going forward, personal protective equipment is something that is good and it should be adopted. So personal protective equipment means that you should put on goggles that can protect your eyes from fumes and so on, your nose and mouth, your hands where you are able to touch some substances, your feet, and generally your clothing and the whole body. So going forward, personal protective equipment, which was very scarce before COVID, but which but with COVID there was massive production of face masks and other personal protective equipments. Going forward, these issues, these tools and equipment should be adopted. So this brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for being with me. I hope you have liked it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others so that this important message can reach as many people as possible. Also hit the subscribe button at the bottom right if this is your first time in this channel, so that you can be getting alerts on upcoming issues. So thank you very much. Let's meet in the next presentation. Thank you.